Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we are back again with another video. Today again it's a different one because obviously football is not really around. We've got the Bundesliga back, the Premier League's near return, players back in training, but obviously can't go back to normal vlogs for quite some time now. So today I thought we would recap on the season so far. It's been an average season. Obviously we've got a piece of silverware, so you can't complain. Still in the Champions League, still in the FA Cup. Premier League season hasn't been up to scratch, but we are still second. So again, it's not really been too bad. But yeah, today I thought we would go through that. Before we get into today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We are nearing that 10k mark, and although it has slowed down since football has gone away, it would still be much appreciated if we could hit it. So just tell your friends, whatever, to subscribe, it would be much appreciated. So then the season started on August the 4th with a trip down south to London, to the capital, in a game where City once again went to Wembley against title contenders Liverpool. Really care about the result of this game. However, it was a good performance overall, getting a 1-1 win, I guess, on penalties. After this came the Premier League, starting off with a trip again down south, staying down there, going to the London Stadium, home of West Ham United, where we absolutely thrashed them 5-0. Quality performance against West Ham came the first game back at the Etihad of the new season. Another really strong performance. I really don't think you can complain about the performance. However, didn't go to plan. We dropped our first point of the season, and we realised football was not going to be the same this year as it had been in the past with the introduction of VAR, and I went and made myself look like an absolute idiot all over social media.
In the box. What a ball to Brighton! Lamela, that's going to be a goal. Edison was too far over then. In the box. Yeah! Against the run of play! Come on! 2-1! Completely against run of play! We needed that though. Great ball! De Bruyne is back, guys! 2 assists for him today! Oh no. No. Of course there was. 2-2. Lucas, he's been on the pitch for 20 seconds. Oh, there's no VAR this time. As if. Again.
Seasiders Brighton came up to Manchester instead of us going down there with another quality performance, winning 4-0, which probably didn't fairly justify the game.
Gone. Aguero! He's not been good, but he gets his goal! Nice, go on. Oh, what a goal! 3-0! Yeah! Bernardo's already scored! As if! Oh my days! What's that, like 20 seconds on the pitch?
Signs of dropping quality though became clear in our first loss of the season as we headed again down south for another away game. Away at Norwich this time, a game where we were expected to absolutely steamroll Norwich. We did respond very well, going to Ukraine, getting a very solid 3-0 win against Shakhtar. after this arguably performance of the season, most goals I've ever seen scored at the Etihad. I think City's record Premier League win, an 8-0 thrashing of Watford.
De Bruyne in the box, go on! Yes! Early score! I reckon it's going to go left, it'll get saved. Yes! Went left, but it's a goal. 2-0, 5 minutes. Yes! 11 minutes, 3-0. Potter. Yes! 4-0, 14 minutes. As in. Go on. Yes! 5-0, 17 minutes. Bernardo.
This excellent performance was followed by another clean sheet, making it 3 on the bounce as we headed to Deepdale in the Carabao Cup 3rd round, looking to claim that for the 3rd time in a row as well. After this, we lost our clean sheet streak, but we carried on the winning streak, scoring 3 goals, heading down to Merseyside, a place where in the past 10 years or so is one of the places we've struggled most. Next, we had our first home Champions League game. Regardless, a solid 2-0 victory, a goal for Phil Foden, can't really complain about that too much. However, again, it went wrong later that week. On the Saturday, Liverpool played Leicester in a game we really did rely on Leicester trying to take something off Liverpool, which it looked like they were going to do after 90 minutes with a 1-1 draw on the cards. Gave Milner a penalty and he put it away, meaning we had to go to Wolves, win it, otherwise we'd find ourselves 8 points behind after about as many games.
And that is 1-0 to Wolves, 2-0 full time.
After a fairly demoralising game against Wolves, we then headed back down south to London to Selhurst Park. After that cracking save from Edison, a contender for save of the season, especially one of his best this year, another European team came back down to the Etihad, and it was Atlanta this time, where a 5-star performance beat Atlanta 5-1. Later that week, Villa came down to the Etihad for the first time since their relegation a few years ago, and a fairly boring first half finished 0-0, but a second half performance to remember made the game end 3-0 in our favour.
Come on! What a start! Brighton Sterling! Come on! De Bruyne in the box. Yes! De Bruyne scores! Goes all the way through! Come on! Yes! De Bruyne scored! Come on! 3-0! That is surely game! Come on! Get in there! Yeah, I brought that one outside. It's probably Bill now, but come on, City!
And next up we had a Carabao Cup fixture at home to Southampton, who had just been beaten 9-0 by Leicester. Southampton returned to the Etihad later that week in a game we were expected to absolutely wipe the floor of them. An early James Ward-Prowse scare put this to a hold and made it up for a 2-1 late comeback win.
Ball straight at Edison, he spills it, and now they lead 1-0. He's tapping. Fine. Good ball. Yeah! Come on! Come on, City! Aguero! Come on! One more! Come on! Yes! Great ball, Walker! Come on, City! Come on! Get in there! Good ball.
Later that week, we then headed to Milan to the San Siro for another Champions League tie. This one being Atalanta away. Overall, not a great performance, a 1-1 draw, meaning Kyle Walker had to go in goal after Edison got injured at half-time. It was made even worse though, as we had to go to Anfield without Edison. Pretty poor game in all honesty, which I didn't actually think we were that bad in, but it was pretty demoralising to watch. We've fallen 3-0 down, one back to make it look a bit better. Next week we played at home to Chelsea, a team very much in form. We went 1-0 down to a Kante goal early on and it looked more of the same.
Chelsea went through and Chelsea scored and N'Golo Kante scored the goal. 21 minutes on the clock. Can't argue with it. They've probably been the better team to be fair. Come on! Kev scores the goal. Didn't even realise that one needed to be celebrated. Deflected and in. Come on! Mahrez. Come on! What a goal, Mahrez! What a goal!
But a good comeback, a quality goal from Mahrez and a deflected one from De Bruyne helped us to another 3 points. It was followed by a home game to Shakhtar, which was much like the Wolves game. We didn't lose it, we drew it, but it was one of the most demoralising games. And if I'm honest, the only way I could describe it is by saying the most exciting thing about that game was the fact there was a guy with a megaphone. It was made even worse, and this was the game where City fans truly gave up the league title. In place where City fans supposedly gave up the league title last year, I know I certainly did, it was St James's Park.
Silva's still got it. Sterling!
Tuesday though we headed to Turf Moor, another very tricky ground which we found last year when we only won 1-0. Back to the narrow fullbacks which has worked in previous years, and overall a very solid performance with an absolute thunderbolt from Rodri.
Got it. What a goal, Sterling! What a goal! Come on! The boy's down! But come on, City, come on! Right in the box. Yeah! Come on, what a goal! What a goal! Didn't see who scored it. Come on! We kept the ball for so long then. Get it! Goal! Rodri scored! Come on, Rodri! Come on! What a performance, Rodri! Come on! What a goal! Mahrez. Okay, Jesus, completely dived there. Mahrez. Dave just scores. 4-1. There goes the clean sheet we could have asked.
The joy was short-lived though. Derby Day coming up next.
Today is that day. It is the Manchester Derby. Goal. 1-0. I swear to God, if he gets a shot off. Goal. 2-0. Angelino again.
Yes.
Yeah! Come on! Come on, Oscar! Come on, one more! 5 minutes, let's go!
A dreadful Derby Day performance. So many poor performances. We nearly clawed it back later on, but it was not to be. Followed the Derby Day defeat by heading to Croatia to Zagreb for the final game of the Champions League group stage. We'd already scored top spot, it didn't matter. An early scare from Zagreb, Dani Olmo goal. However, we absolutely swept them aside, winning 4-1 in the end. They went to the Emirates, winning 3-0 with a Kevin De Bruyne masterclass, almost scoring one of the best first half hat-tricks of Premier League history. Were our next competitors in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. Taking a 1-0 early lead, it looked comfortable, but then they equalised. However, we just scored 2 second-half goals, which gave us the 3-1 win. And we would play Man United in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Next up came, in my opinion, performance of the season. It was an incredible performance against a strong Leicester side. We won 3-1. Jamie Vardy made an early lead for Leicester. However, City were just too good on the day, beating them 3-1.
1-0. Completely against the blow. Shoots. Yeah! Come on, Mahrez! Come on! Get in there, Mahrez scores against his former club. Feels him at least. Come on! Yes! Keeper dives the right way. Still scored though, that's what we want. Come on, City, there we go. It's got him. Yeah! Come on, Jesus! Come on! Foden was there, come on! Come on, City, let's go! 3-1 actually. Jesus scored, come on!
We went to Wolves. Adam Traore ripped us a new one. Goal from Adam Traore and then 2 late goals from Wolves ended us up in defeat. After this, Sheffield United came to the Etihad for the first time in God knows how long. And again, VAR was the topic and poor referee decisions. Lys Mousset scored, got disallowed by VAR. We then made it 1-0 after horrific mistake from the referee. Getting in the way of the ball, we took the ball off them and we scored, but didn't touch the ref, so it didn't get disallowed.
Stop that. Blocks him off there. He didn't touch it, so it doesn't matter. Go. Yeah! Let's go! Come on! Sergio's got to celebrate with me. Get in there. Come on, yeah!
Then came the new year. Man City faced off Everton on New Year's Day. A very strong Everton as well. A team newly led by Carlo Ancelotti.
We've got, yeah! Come on, City! Offside. They are. Ball from from Gundogan. Yeah! What a goal, Jesus! Come on! Into Jesus scored. Yeah! Jesus scores. Get in there. Quality play. 2-0. He's on a hat-trick now. Get in there. Everton have just scored. Bravo's been really cocky.
Period fixtures piled up. We had the FA Cup third round next against Port Vale. Again, we were dreadful in.
Oh, Zinchenko scored! What a hit, son! That was an odd one. That was a really odd goal. Ball in, but they're going to score. They scored. 1-1. Foden. 3-1. In the box. That's a good ball. Header across. Stones. Offside, that's offside. It's counted! VAR's coming in our favour, yes! Come on! Yes, get in there! Come on, Angelina, that's a quality touch. Quality ball. Yes! Foden scores! Angelina, quality that was!
Then we went for the second Manchester derby of the year at Old Trafford, and we swept them aside. 3-0 up at half time. The game ended 3-1, but in reality, it should have been about 6 before half time. absolute twatting of Aston Villa, 6-1. It was 6-0 after like 60 minutes had even clocked, then half an hour of strolling before Villa scored a 90-minute penalty. You think, you know, we'd play Crystal Palace next at home and would carry on this performance, but no, we play Crystal Palace at home, concede an undeserved goal to Zinchenko tossing from a corner, do a great late comeback just to throw it away in the 89th minute with a Fernandinho own goal.
Palace looking Gary Cahill scored from this. They've scored from a corner. Gary Cahill assists. I got close. Let's go, Aguero! One more needed now, let's go! Sergio! Come on, lad! Sergio! Yes! Come on! 89th minute and they equalised. What a joke.
We then headed to Bramall Lane, a game that really didn't matter at this stage. However, Laporte was back, and that was the big news from this game. This was followed by an FA Cup thrashing of Fulham.
I think he's given a red card, I wasn't aware though. Go on, Gundogan. Yeah! Come on! Gundogan, that's what a good penalty taker does. Shot. Oh, what a goal! What a goal, Bernardo. Quality that. Jesus. 3-0. Come on, immediate goal, singles offside, pretty much straight from here.
And then from here we had two dreadful games, losing 1-0 to United in a game where David Silva decided to pass a 1-on-1.
Yeah. Of course it was. Go on, Mahrez, bit of magic. Gundogan. Kev. Yeah!
Went to Tottenham, absolutely destroyed them. The penalty fiasco continued. Zinchenko got sent off and they went and scored 2 goals. Then went against West Ham a week and a half or 2.5 weeks later and beaten 2-0.
In the box. Yes! That was the ball. I think the ball scored that. Kev. Yes! Kev scored. Quality finish. Well played, Bernardo.
After this, we went to the King Power Stadium, and arguably the best away game this season in terms of atmosphere. I think quite a quite a lot of Blues say that. Previous week, the news about the Champions League ban had just been announced.
But you know,
Aston rebounding in.
I'm just saying, miss. One surge. Every time we miss them, I don't understand it. Go on. Yeah!
we then went to the Bernabeu in one of arguably the best Champions League performance Manchester City has ever seen. The scoreline doesn't really show how good we were on the day. Tactically, Pep got it spot on, and we played Madrid off the park. Cap off an incredible week, then went back down south to the capital, to Wembley, for the Carabao Cup final, sealing off our third Carabao Cup in a row.
Oh! Volley! And Fuller. Yes! Yes! Rodri! I didn't think it got in. Aston though. 2-0. Come on, City. Half an hour in. We need to let that Rodri. Come on! Spurs error. Let's him back into the game now.
Waiting for.
Yes! Come on! First trophy this season won. Quality!
The next week followed with more happiness, with that Wednesday going to Hillsborough as we secured our spot in the FA Cup quarterfinals against Newcastle. At least it would have been if we'd played it.
We are City, Super City, from Main Road. We are City, Super City. Of my own. Hey, hey, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
That is where our season ended, a 2-0 defeat to Manchester United. Not an ideal way to end, but you know, it is what it is. Leave in the comments how you think this season has gone and if you think it should carry on. There will be a poll either side at the top corner to whether you think it should carry on this year. That's all for me today. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.